right. Well, this next one, let's let me ask you, what you feel about the Meg Thee Stallion situation, her and her deal?
Her and her deal. I mean,
right, wrong, part of growing pains. So let me break it down a little bit more though. Let me ask you this.
From what I heard with the deal,
Wait. Do you feel like her being young at 20 years old is an excuse when it comes to signing the contract? That's my first thing I want to ask you about.
I don't feel like it's an excuse because her mom at the time was actually manager, which her mother was a vet in the game. So somebody should have looked over that contract and realized what she was signing. But her being naive and probably, thinking these guys gonna take care of me, blah, 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 really not knowing the business of music. And probably I can understand how it happened, but that doesn't excuse her for signing the contract. And the day she signed the contract, but still, I mean, is the contract right? Nah, it's a effed up contract, and hopefully she gets out of it, and hopefully she renegotiates it because she's definitely worth the value, and she got the right people on the side now with Jay and Rock Nation, and she got the money for lawyers, so hopefully she can get it done.
So what was you about to say? You said you heard the contract was what?
What I heard with the contract was bogus.
Yeah, they get like touring money.
They get everything.
Yeah.
They get everything. Like, so it's crazy. It's definitely crazy.
I mean, I definitely think that people who were online feeling like they know what was best when it comes to, you and I, we have a little experience in it. We never necessarily signed contracts as far as in the record industry, but we know it's like to sign entertainment contracts. And
they can be worded crazily.
That's what people don't understand. Like
they word them real crazy just so you can understand.
Everything's not as clear as everything's not a Google. Like, I can look at the contract and people's like, I was.
It ain't gonna be saying I'm taking this, I'm taking that, I'm taking this. It ain't saying that.
Yeah, like I know people who
literally gonna need an entertainment lawyer to actually read it over.
I know people who would like just read. You can read something, but the comprehension, that's not something that you necessarily gonna understand. And what if you can't afford a lawyer?
And it's gonna rock you to sleep.
But what if you can't afford a lawyer?
Absolutely.
Getting a lawyer is not a lawyer wants a piece of that.
Yeah.
And you might have to get a lawyer that might be attached to the label and might have some undergoings going on with them.
That's just telling you to sign it.
Yeah. And like you said, her mother was managing her, but I mean, her mother was going by her experience maybe, right? I mean, we don't know like who read over and stuff like that, but I'm saying what level of it is a responsibility to lie on? Like, it's not going to be on the label to necessarily, but how long are we going to keep going with this whole, that's just how the game is? Like, how long are we going to keep playing on that? It's pretty much my question.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was just having a conversation with Bankroll Freddie and what's the young guy name? Other young guy from QC. I just had him on my show. Just talked to him. Soaking wet. Lil Marlo. Yeah, and I was like, certain record labels, you never hear stuff like that. Like QC, you never hear stuff like that with P's artists. You never hear stuff like that.
QC's not a label, they're a management, right?
QC's a label.
I thought they're just management.
No, they're a label. They're a label.
Well, we haven't heard that. Well, to their defense, we haven't heard nothing yet, but they're still fairly new.
True, but all their artists, they got money. And all their artists actually have something to show for it. Like, Lil Baby got businesses. Lil Baby has money. Like, none of his artists are actually starving. Even the artists that aren't like popping are not starving. Like, and they'll tell you firsthand. Like, and Lil Marlo told me, he was like, P and Coach, they let them go in any meeting. Like him and Baby, they go in any meeting. They know what's going on. And they don't automatically, P doesn't automatically take his money. He gets the artist to pay him. So if they get booked for a show or something like that, they got to pay P out of that. So they actually giving P the money. So they're seeing the money go. So he's very transparent with them. So I thought that was slick. And you never hear stuff like that coming out of MMG. You never hear Stallion or Wale or Meek talking about
Stallion ain't on MMG no more.
Okay, but you still haven't heard him say he was messed up in his deal. He may say his marketing and the way he was pushed was wrong, wasn't what he thought it would be, but he never talked about his deal.
Yeah, that's real. Because remember, they had that one dude early in that game named Peel, and
he had triple C's, which did nothing, but you still never.
I don't know if they was on. I think that was a separate thing.
Oh, well, you never heard Gunplay talking about his deal. They may talk about the marketing and being pushed and all that, but they ain't talking about the actual paperwork.
Yeah, I think there's some people who they deserve to get props.
Yeah, you go down to Cash Money? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Cash Money definitely. I know people. I mean, did they get a check for back that ass up yet? Like, I mean,
yeah,
Cash Money definitely has a reputation. Bad Boy has a reputation.
Yeah, Jadakiss definitely. Recently we talked about that too with Jadakiss. I had a conversation with him because I brought up that he's called Puffy a gangster with the paperwork. One of the illest, and he reiterated what he said. He said the illest to ever do it with the paperwork. I was like, yeah, because you did call him a gangster with the paperwork back in the day. I had to remind him of what he said. He's like, yeah. I said all that. I was young, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it that way now, but back then, I offered to throw.
Def Jam.
I threatened to throw a refrigerator at him. He's like, yeah.
Def Jam definitely had a reputation.
Yeah, Def Jam.
Def Jam had a reputation.
Yeah.
You know who you didn't hear about too much? No Limit. You don't hear a lot of people. You didn't hear people complaining about they didn't get their money with No Limit.
That's another one. That was another stand-up guy. P. No Limit. I had a conversation with Silk the Shocker. Coincidentally, another person I just recently had a conversation with.
Silk was his brother. He wasn't gonna do his brother like that.
Yeah, Silk was his brother, but still. I mean, you just never heard. I've never heard. But you don't.
I've
never heard Fiend. I never heard Mia X come out talking about that crazy.
And he had way more people than Cash Money.
Yes, he had a lot of loose ends, so a lot of people could have said something. They just went on a whole tour, a whole reunion tour. So ain't nobody getting on the tour if they mad about that.
Well, I ain't gonna say that. Bad Boy had the reunion tour first, and they were.
Very true.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna, because sometimes you could be done so wrong, and that when a reunion come, you like, I gotta go on this reunion tour.
Right, you right.
Yeah. You definitely heard it with Death Row.
Oh yeah, Death Row. That's
people were hanging off ankles.
Yeah. Snoop said he still ain't got his publishing from Death Row, but he took it as a learning experience. He said.
Yeah. So I guess.
And shout out to P who actually saved Snoop from Death Row.
That's what I'm saying. So what level are we gonna get to? Is it gonna always just this is how the record label is, or are we gonna actually make some certified changes?
No, I think it's made strides. It's definitely made strides. So, but 1501 wasn't really established. They were like a local Houston reputable label. They were banging in Houston, but they were still on some Raping You record stuff because they were on the come up. They weren't established. It wasn't like they were a big dog. Like,
well, Jay Prince was kind of coming in that situation, and I guess the sense that they were all trying to make is you were a new artist,
correct?
Hence why you're not deserving of publishing and all this other stuff. But I think there's an argument to be made with that, even if you are a new artist, because if you think about it right now, new artists, these independent artists now, why would they sign with a label? Why would I give you something that I created, even if it is my first album? Why? Oh, I don't deserve. No, but you're still buying my art. I think that's the old guard way of thinking, is that you're a new artist, so you're not deserving of your own publishing. But I think the new way of thinking is, no, I created this. If you plan to make money off this, I still need to own this. Because, for example, I think Lil Uzi Vert, you don't hear about him complaining when it comes to stuff. Now, there were people who, you talk about QC, to your credit, what you were saying, Cardi jumped on them as management because she fired her first management team, from my understanding.
Yeah, so Cardi is managed by QC.
Right. So everybody does kind of get older, or once they learn something, they go back and they like, I want to renegotiate. I just don't. What I did realize is that we don't like victims, because when people saw what Meg said, they were like, "Oh no, she shouldn't be complaining." And this, and people don't like that. Is what my understanding is. It always gonna come down to you should be happy. You know what I mean? Because you got this label, you look rich, and that's. I guess it's kind of, I don't know whose fault that is, but when rappers always rapping about they got money and they balling, and then you make a size complaint that your money ain't right, no one's ever going to feel bad for you.